that is x in this direction and y is in this direction. So we will do this on the AutoCAD. Uh, so AutoCAD in 2D interface. Okay. So I'm going to understand the dimensions. Okay. So as you can see, this is r and this is phi. So what do you mean by what does it mean by r? R means radius and phi means dia. Okay, so why here radius, why here dia is given in this diagram? So this is a very standard diagram to show the dimensions of different parts of this object. So as you can see, this r here also r is given, here also r is given. Okay, and also here r is given. So why r is given? R is you can see what is the difference between this phi or part of the object and this r part of the object. So you can see this is not the complete circle. So this is arc. Okay. So arc is being specified by the r radius, and the full circle, the complete circle, can be specified by the diameter. So phi is the diameter. And what does this multiplier, what does it mean? So what is the meaning of this 2 cross 5.6 means the circle which is having a diameter of 5.6 is in number 2. Okay, you can see this circle is also here. So this 2 is for two circles are there which are having the diameter of 5.6. Okay, in the same way 2 cross 5.2.8, there are two circles of having dia of 2.8, and here there is no multiplier. So this kind of arc is only one of having a radius of 12. Here 2 means twice, two arcs are there here also and here also. Okay, so these are the dimensions. So I'm going to start with the making this diagram. So I will start with the two consecutive concentric circles at this point, and then I will draw a line for the supporting for the creating the reference between the two centers. The centers are 12 mm to each other. Okay, so this is the first circle, and that this is the second circle will be drawn at the end point of the line. Then we will draw this rectangle. This is not actually rectangle, but we can make, because we'll understood one command that is known as the fillet at the at the corners. The filleting of the corners, sharp corners, is known as the filleting. Okay, so I'm going to draw this rectangle first, and then we'll use a command to round these corners. Okay, and then we will draw simply these part also with a sharp corner, and similarly we do uh, fillet command to give a round shape at the corners. Okay, so this type of shape we are going to draw. So I'm going to start with the AutoCAD. So here we are in the 2D interface, not 2D interface actually, but in the top view also. Okay, you can see this here in the top view. So y and x axis is being shown, so the workspace is in a 2D space. Okay, if you are in a confusion that am I in 2D interface or 3D, so you can directly go to the mechanical, or 3D modeling is also good if you can switch from the views. Okay, it is not going to be make you in trouble. So but just you must remember that there is a y and x axis, because I have given you that this diagram is in xy axis, xy plane. Okay, so simply in this I'm going to take circle command, and as you can see in the command line, in the command line I have selected circle. Circle with diameter will be better. So what is command line is saying, I specify center point. I am going to take randomly a point which is the center, and now it is asking for the diameter. You can see here the specified dia of the circle. So the first larger circle is 5.6 in diameter. So I have typed 5.6 and then enter, and then one more circle with the same with the diameter. And as you can see, its center is not okay, it's visible because snap is on, I think. Snap is on, ortho is off. So ortho I'm going to make it on, and you can see the snap inside that, the end point, midpoint, center, and several points you can check it on. Okay, so the basically in this particular exercise, in this particular object, we need endpoints, midpoint, center, and quadrants of the circle. Okay, so I'm going to take the circle again, circle, center with diameter, and both are the concentric circles, so the center point is same. So clicking on that, we can provide dia. Okay, 2.8. So we have made two concentric circle. Now I'm going to draw the line from this center point to right side direction is given, and then its length is 12. Okay, then it is asking to next point. I'm not going to make any line again, so I'm going to make two circle again at the end point of this point and line. Okay, so this is 5.6, the larger circle, and then again what is 2.8, enter. Okay, now I'm going to make that rectangle, and for the rectangle you must see that carefully. Okay, so you can see what is the length of this point, because I'm going to make the rectangle with the lines, several lines. So what is the length of this red color line? It is 1. How it is 1? Because you can see this is 8. Okay, this is 8, and what is this? This is 3.5. This is 3.5. Okay, so if this is 8, then this is 3.5 plus 2. It means it is 5.5. So 5.5 means how much? This is 3.5. This is 5. This what is the value of this? What is the value of this? This is 8 minus 5.5 means 2.5, and total is 3.5. So the rest is 1. Okay, so this is the dimension of this direction we are going to, in which we are going to make the rectangle. Okay, so this is 1. And also you can understood it from the arc of this corner. The arc radius of this corner is 1. So this is the arc of radius 1, and the center is here, so this is also 1. Okay, so I'm going to make the line in this direction of 1 mm, then in this direction 1.5, and then 7, and then again in the left side it is 3, and then again 7, and then right side we will connect with the last point. Okay, so in this way I'm going to make the rectangle. So taking the line command, going to the midpoint for the first point of the line, and direction is upward and it is 1, and then right direction it is 1.5, enter, and then downward direction it is 7, enter, left side it is 3, enter, and then upward direction it is 7 again, and then you can connect with the last point, scap. So this is the rectangle. Okay, and then I'm going to make this part from this to this. What is the value of this length? What is the value of this length? This length is from here to here, it is 6 minus 3.5, this length. What is this length is 6 minus 3.5 means 2.5. Okay, what is this distance? This is 5.2. How 5.2? The total length is 8. Total length is 8, and reducing the length of the radius of the larger circle. The radius of the larger circle is 2.8. So 8 minus 2.8 is 8 minus 2.8 is 5.2. Okay, then we must go to the downward direction of 5.2, and then in the right direction we can go to the 3.5. Okay, and then I will draw this line. Why this line? Because at the midpoint of this line, the center of this arc is situated. So it may we can use that center to making this arc. Okay, so in this way we are going to make the part. So I'm taking the quadrant point of the circle here, and giving the direction in the right for the 2.5 length, 2.5, and then downward direction it is 5.2, then in the right direction it is 3.5, and then upward direction I can make this diagram very simply in the right direction of 7, and then upward 5.2, and then we can connect with the quadrant of the circle and we can draw. But I need to understand one more command, that is mirror command. So that's why I am going to the long route. Okay, so I'm connecting with this midpoint so that I can draw this line. So I can find the midpoint of these lines to draw that arc. Okay, so to make this part I am going to use a command which is known as mirror command. So it is in modify. uh, uh, till now we have used two commands, the line and circle command, which are in draw toolbox. Okay, so now I'm going to take a mirror command. I'm not easily find it from this toolbox, so I'm going to type it here in the command line. That is mirror. That is the mirror command. So mirror command, and then it is asking for select objects, the objects which are going to be mirrored. So this is to be mirrored, this is to be mirrored, this is to be mirrored, not this one. Okay, so next is enter, as you can see in the diagram also, and specify first point of the mirror line. So I'm going to put a mirror to make the mirror image. So the mirror will be from here to any distance you can make. It is asking to erase the source object. No, I'm not interested to delete the source object because I need that part. Okay, in the left and right side also. So no, then escape. You can escape the command to use the next commands. You must uh, exit out to the from the previous command to use the next upcoming commands. Okay, so continuously you have to cancel the current running command. Then we don't need this line, so I can select this to delete it. And then select this to delete it. Okay, so now I'm going to make a circle from taking this the midpoint of this line as a center of the circle. So circle with a radius, because the radius of the arc is given. Okay, so so center with a radius, and assuming taking the center, the midpoint of this line as a center. So what is the radius of that? It is asking for the radius. It is radius is 12. Okay, typing the 12 and then enter. So you can see the circle has been made I'm going to erase or trim the lower part of the circle. So I'm going to take a command known as uh, trim, trim, trim. Then it is asking for the selecting the objects, or you can directly in this in this version mechanical 2025 we can directly trim it. Okay, so if you don't have the latest version of the AutoCAD, you can select the objects first, this the bigger circle, and then this circle and this circle, and then you can press the enter button, and manually you can delete whatever part of the circle is to be deleted. Okay, but in this latest version, I can directly trim it. Very simple. Okay, so now I'm going to make the fillet at the corners of the object. I can delete this line because I don't need it now. And now the rest thing is only to round at the corners, to make the rounds at the corners. So I'm going to use new command that is known as fillet, which is also in modify. Okay, which is also in modify. You can see here also this is the fillet or chamfer in this particular drop down. The chamfer, fillet, and blend curves, and I need to use this fillet. So it is asking for the start filleting, but we don't have given the radius. I don't know what is the radius in the previous commands of the fillet being used in this particular uh, software. So I have to manually put it the radius values. So what are the radius values is are on these corners? It is 1. Currently it is 0, so I'm giving this value 1, then enter. Now it is asking for the select first object. Okay, so this is the first object for the corner, this corner, and this is the second select second object. So this is the second object. And if you want to repeat the previous command with a particular value, so you need to just press the enter button. Okay, then it is asking for the select first object. You need not to be add radius because it is filled in the value of radius, it is 1. Okay, so this is first object, this is second object, then enter to repeat it, the first object and second object, then again enter to repeat it, first object, second object. Okay, the same values are to be given here to make the fillet of 1 mm. Okay, so I'm going to again enter the press the enter button to repeat it, and the first object and then second object, then again I enter the first object and second object. Okay, so now here we need to make the arc of 2 mm. Here we need to make the arc of 2 mm, you can see here. Okay, so I'm going to press the enter button, but I need to change the radius value, so it is 2, not 1. Enter, and then again first object, second object, first object, sorry, enter button, and then first object, second object. So now you can see this object has been created.